Welcome to Global Health and Wellness Practitioners YouTube channel, where we're giving exposure to great practitioners while educating and promoting comprehensive health and wellness globally. Today we're going to be speaking to Margaret LeMay on blending the traditional and mystical worlds. Margaret is a psychic counselor, spiritual medium, clinical hypnotherapist, as well as a student academic advisor at a large university in Idaho. Margaret is strongly rooted in the soulful part of our journey as humans. One of the main intentions of her work is helping individuals tapping into their own soul's guidance and intuition, resting the sovereignty of the individual's journey in their own hands. So welcome, Margaret. I'm so pleased to have you.
Hi, Stephanie. I'm so excited to be here and to be on your show and to be sharing all of this beautiful light with you. Thank you for having me.
I'd like to just go right into what we're going to be talking about. And if you could share with us about your experience with blending the traditional and the mystical.
Sure, I'd be happy to. I think one of the strongest assets I bring to this healing work is that I kind of have a foot in each world, the mystical and the traditional 3D earth world. And what I do is a blending of bringing a grounded traditional viewpoint to mystical experiences and make them so that those experiences are easy to understand and also normal in some way, so people can accept that yes, there's something more, but it's nothing to be afraid of.
Yeah, I like how it feels like you just simplify the blend of both sides and acceptance for both of the sides, that everything is real.
Everything's real, although it may be not a person's day-to-day kind of lifestyle, although it is mine. But there's nothing to be afraid of. Let's learn from it. Let's grow from it.
So you also probably use your gifts a little bit in your student advising.
Well, I have another job, which is traditional, and that is as a student academic advisor in a large university for first year students coming in and making that transition. And as students are coming into a university, they're leaving behind a lifestyle and starting a new one as a student in upper higher education. And as I sit with them and listen to them and guide them through their first year in college, I blend in that intuitive, mystical experience that I have with helping them see where they can forge ahead and not be overwhelmed, and they can actually handle 16 credits a semester, and that I'm always, available to guide them through that process, which is a very traditional process. Yet they're having to access a part of them that is very much a larger part of who they are, is more of their soul experience.
It seems like when we go into the different worlds, we get judgmental of the other one when we're in one.
It's all about balance, Stephanie. It's about not being too much out of our bodies, but being grounded in them and bringing that balance into our day-to-day living of the spiritual world and, the physical world. What I do when I work with a client, whether it's a psychic consultation or a psychic counseling session, is that, first of all, I approach them in a very gentle and friendly manner. I want them to feel comfortable, and they have to trust that I have, enough experience to communicate with their spiritual team as well as with them. So I feel like I'm the conduit.
And you also hold in your work valuable that you help them to start to get in touch with their own answers.
That's correct. This is about helping others make good choices for themselves that will uplift their life in some way. This is not about predicting their future in any way, but but it can be about showing someone what their potential possibilities are for them in the future based on that moment. Because we have to remember that there's a lot of other forces at play. Could be someone else's decisions will impact their decisions, and there's lots of other aspects that'll come in to play for them. That there are some paths that are supposed to be really very difficult and challenging. That's meant to be there for a person to experience whatever it is that they have determined at the soul level that they need to experience. I mean, I know we have our human journey, but it starts at the spirit level in my experience. And opening up to that part of ourselves as a spiritual being on a journey can really help someone to feel more at peace with what's going on in their life. Because we all travel from, from a small child throughout the years, we're all traveling in that direction on a spiritual path. Some of us are really open and, expressive with it, and some other people are not as expressive with it, but it's not any different in the sense of importance and significance. So a lot of the work that I do is to help people tap into that journey and what they're here to give and what they're here to learn and what they're here to share with the rest of the world and what they're here to see ripple out into their communities and into their families and into their, the rest of the planet, and how every bit of it makes a difference. Every bit of it makes a difference.
Thank you, Margaret, again for joining us
Thank you.
sharing your knowledge and your wisdom. I just love how Margaret is able to ground the spirit world into making good choices in our everyday lives today and now. So thank you for joining us, and I'll see you soon.